What's going on, Toller team? And I hope I sound better. I feel better. But I mean, I still got a little bit of a scratch in my throat, and I've been coughing a little bit, but I definitely sound a lot better than I did in my last video, which was the whole Terrifier 2, Terrifier 3 thing after the re-release. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out, because I'm doing a little bit of a giveaway of the exclusive poster we got at the re-release event. So I'm just saying, check that out. But that's not what you're here for. You clicked on this video because you saw Willy's Wonderland versus FNAF. Like, what the fuck is Toller Talks doing over there? Well, since FNAF is doing so well at the box office, and I understand that, you know, general audiences, they kind of dislike it. The plot's a little muddy, but the fans absolutely adore it. They love the attention to detail, the Easter eggs, and the lore. I thought, well, you know what? Why don't we do a good old-fashioned face-off, right? Because when Willy's Wonderland came out a couple of years ago, that's exactly what everybody said. Oh, that's FNAF. It's a FNAF ripoff. Like, you know what? Let's get that out of the way before I get going. None of this ripoff bullshit. All right. Willy's Wonderland is not a ripoff of Five Nights at Freddy's. It was inspired by Five Nights at Freddy's, but ideas inspire other ideas. But if you're going to keep saying that, you know what? If you're going to keep saying that after this video that it is a ripoff, I need you to keep that same energy by calling Five Nights at Freddy's a ripoff of Chuck E. Cheese. Because they were very, very upfront that Chuck E. Cheese was an inspiration for Five Nights. So I think some films inspire other films, some ideas inspire other ideas. So just for this video, can we call it even? No ripoffs or anything. They just let them bounce off one another, right? Anyway, I'll be breaking this down into 5 categories. Let's get into it. Our first category is going to be performances. Nicolas Cage is the obvious standout in Willy's Wonderland, where he plays the role dubbed the janitor. But he's hindered in a really weird way. He doesn't speak. At all. 0.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
And that's really fucking odd to see. Not here, out of Cage, but here we are. What Cage doesn't say, he definitely does, though. He's brutal, relentless, and takes on the animatronics of Willy's with absolute reckless abandon. It's a sight to behold, and not many actors can pull off the silent role like Cage, and man does he pull it off. However, he has stiff competition, because FNAF brings some heat in the form of Josh Hutcherson and Matthew Lillard. Hutcherson's performance as Mike was gripping and very grounded because for the entirety of the film, he's just trying to track down the person who abducted his little brother. Killer animatronics aside, the majority of Hutcherson's performance was relatable. I can't say much about Lillard's performance.
Where are they? Where are they? I don't know, Billy, but I'm hurt, man. Fuck.
Because not much of his role is revealed in the promo material, and I'm not crossing the whole spoiler lines. But just know he delivers yet another stellar performance like he always does, despite the small amount of screen time that he gets in FNAF. This round goes to FNAF. And now, perhaps the category, y'all been waiting for me to talk about, and I mean, it's films about killer robots, and we haven't talked about the actual killer robots yet. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about the animatronics, and we're going to talk about their design, and that's going to include their looks and their personality. In FNAF's corner, we have Freddy himself, Bonnie, Foxy, Chica, and small appearances from Spring Bonnie and Golden Freddy. The animatronics are clean, crisp, and vibrant outside of a very visibly damaged Foxy and Golden Freddy, and they move with quite a bit of fluidity. They're tall, bulky, and they walk like they have a lot of weight to them, because they do. However, they don't possess any real personality, and they all pretty much act the same in the film, which is where, well, that's where Willy's comes in. Willy's cast of murderous robots include the leader, Willy Weasel, accompanied by Tito Turtle, Cyrene Sarah, Artie Alligator, Nighty Night, Gus Gorilla, Cammy Chameleon, and Ozzy Ostrich. That is a fuck ton of... Holy hell. Anyway, as you can tell by the names, each animatronic has a lot of personality, including specific fighting styles and moves based on their animal. For instance, Cammy's tongue, since she's a chameleon, or Willy using his weasel claws against the janitor, and even the straight up brawler style of Gus Gorilla, which, obviously imitates an actual gorilla. Each fight is unique, and that is why this round goes to Willy's. For the third category, I'm going to skim the plot a little bit and then talk about the setting of each film. FNAF takes place in 3 primary locations: Mike's house, inside of Mike's head during dream sequences, and Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. And they're all paced pretty well throughout the film. Mike's house is nothing special, and his dreams about his brother aren't really anything we haven't seen before on Elm Street.
Welcome to prime time, bitch!
But Freddy's nightmarish pit of child abduction is as fucked up as it sounds. Beautiful. The restaurant is adorned with gorgeous bright lights. There's stained glass murals of Freddy, along the booths, and there's drawings from kids and they're tacked onto the walls, and Mike sees all of this during his nightly tours doing security. Willy's, however, is the exact opposite, with most of the Wonderland being seemingly derelict and nasty, which is why our janitor friend has been tasked with cleaning it up after his car broke down. There's a small subplot involving it's pretty much a trailer and a girl that can't stop getting into trouble.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
But it pales in comparison to the grounded approach of Mike trying to find out who abducted his brother, while also trying to provide for his family, his sister, by patrolling Freddy's. This category is going to FNAF. Up next is the music, and if you're a guy like Christopher Nolan or Steven Spielberg, the music is just as important as what you see physically on the screen. Five Nights at Freddy's has a pretty good soundtrack. It does. It goes from festive carnival music with kids giggling in the background to a lot of electronica, I guess you could say, some techno in there, and then they've got some suspenseful moments that go perfectly with the very long, drawn-out suspense sequences that are in the film. But holy fuck, Willy's Wonderland dominates this category. It's not even fucking close. Willy's has the same, late 80s electronica, techno music that FNAF does, but at certain portions of the film, they crank up the metal. We're talking Doom level kind of metal here, while Nicolas Cage is kicking the fuck out of these animatronics, and it gets the blood pumping. It gets the blood pumping. Music goes to Willy's Wonderland. And it's the tiebreaker, number 5, the fun factor. How much fun is each film to watch? Plot and fun typically go hand in hand and influence one another, but I judge the plots based entirely on what they provided to us, and the fact of the matter is, FNAF was way more complex. Perhaps too complex, but was it fun?
Are we having fun yet?
Yeah, for the most part. Granted, things get extremely muddy and there are definitely some long, drawn-out, slow portions during the film, but when things kick off, they kick the fuck off. However, it isn't enough to topple the absolute carnage that is Willy's Wonderland. From A to Z, with only a few short scenes that bring in that side plot I was talking about, Willy's is all about the janitor kicking the absolute shit out of killer robots and enjoying his grape soda to the tune of late 80s electronics music. For the folks who haven't seen it yet, there's one particular scene that was so fun, and it involved a pinball machine that we actually see quite a few times during the film, in Freebird by Leonard Skinner, and it was so funny that it instantly cracked my top 10 scenes in movies for at least the last 5 years. With that being said, Willy's takes the fun round. And the winner between the two animatronic titans is Willy's Wonderland. All right. FNAF fanboys and girls, look, this is just my opinion, all right? It's just my opinion. I'm not etching this in stone anywhere. This is just how I feel. Five Nights at Freddy's was a good film. Like, I loved it. My wife loved it. My kid loved it. But despite Willy's Wonderland being extremely linear and the protagonist is silent, he is played by Nick fucking Cage, I just had way too much fucking fun with it. The variety of characters were there. The variety of personality was there. There was just there was just ass flying everywhere. That's the only way I know how to describe it. There's just robot ass everywhere. And I had an absolute blast with it. So if you guys haven't checked it out, please check it out. Anyway, I appreciate you guys stopping in for this video. Talk to y'all later. Hey, whoa. Real quick. If you like what you heard, or maybe you didn't, or at the very least you think I had the best button downs on YouTube, do me a favor. Throw a like up there. Maybe comment down below about how much I suck. I don't fucking care. And, if you feel extra special, sub if you'll listen to me talk some shit in the near future. Anyway, I appreciate y'all for stopping by, and I'll talk to you later.